We Are Niche is a gaming, film and wrestling news-based website that aims to bring together fans from all across the world to learn and talk about their favourite aspects of nerd culture. Specialising in opinion pieces, top 10 lists and any other fun way to interact over our favourite genres, We Are Niche aims to provide you with enough stimulating content to actually make you want to stick around and become part of our fun community on the edges of the outer rim of the internet. That's www.weareniche.com or on Twitter @WeAreNiche.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Grumble. I'm your host Graham. We're back. We're here. We're back on our Sunday slot. Sunday morning call. We're here. It's time again. We're ready to talk to people. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't like it.
I was waiting for you to introduce
me. You creep me
mate.
out. Stop it. I'm not going to introduce you. I'm going to introduce Dan to my right. Hi, Dan.
Hi. You've made a big deal about us being back on Sunday morning, but next week it's possible that we might not be.
Not the point. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
We've got to figure that one out.
The whole point is it doesn't matter when we release. The point is that we release it out into everyone's ears. Daryl's here.
I wish I had.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get that in a minute.
Did any of you watch the royal wedding?
No.
Oh,
that was really quiet.
Okay.
That's depressing.
The Royal Grumble wedding.
He doesn't even listen to me, does he?
No. The Royal Grumble wedding, however, happened like 2 years ago. So
yeah.
You missed that, didn't you?
No.
I saw that.
Well, not you, people.
I saw that Harry needs to put some money in the swear jar.
Yes, I did see that. I was amused by that.
That's the only thing I've really taken note of.
Imagine trying to be a normal human being in the royal family. That's pretty much what his life is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that I'd just rather be a normal human being than like...
You say human being, you actually mean shape-shifting lizards, right?
Well, I mean...
Can I just point out that it's a bit weird that the ginger one's the only normal one in the family, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know why, don't you, Daryl? Daryl, tell us why.
Oh, yeah, because it's big conspiracy time, isn't it? Charles isn't his dad. I'm just pointing it out there.
Oh, yeah, it's... what's his name?
Some Hewitt.
James Hewitt.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's not, though.
He looks like him.
I know he does look a bit like him, but I
like to believe it.
I got interested in it this week and I looked into it, and actually the likelihood of it actually being him is slim, even though they do look similar. Because like he also, if you look at pictures of Harry next to like not so much Charles, but like Prince Philip and stuff, it does look a bit like them. So. Which is frustrating because I wanted it. I was like, it's so obvious how, and then I was like, actually, yeah.
Paddy Power actually did some bets, and I wish I'd have checked them. I wish I'd have known it was going on before the wedding happened, because that would have made a good thing for this show.
Yeah.
But they were doing odds on what celebrities you'd see on TV during the royal wedding.
Yeah.
And the big one was Owen Wilson and
Vince
Vaughn at 250 to 1.
Which would have been fantastic, because of course they were the wedding crashers.
Yeah. Well, were they on screen?
No.
Ah, so you'd have lost money then.
Well,
Tom Hardy was there.
Tom Hardy was there, exactly. Do you think he was doing the opposite voice to everyone else like he does in all of his films? You know, like in all of his films where everyone's like acting really serious, so he decides to go, oh, I came for a punch-up, I'm Tom Hardy, innit? Or in like Batman where everyone's being like really serious, and he's like, oh, yes, I'm a weird Batman.
He talks like the I Am scat.
You what?
He does the I Am scat.
Yeah. He does do the
So before we recorded, you guys arrived. I went for a walk to the supermarket.
Yeah,
not Asda. And
I know. Well, I was devastated.
But there was two people talking at the checkout in front of me about, oh yeah, I couldn't be bothered watching it live. I'll just watch the highlights later. They're doing a highlight show.
Did you not see my tweet? I tweeted about it.
No.
I tweeted, and make sure you come back for BBC for Royal Wedding Match of the Day 2 featuring Mark Chapman, Danny Mills. Seriously, 7 o'clock on the day they were doing it.
Chapper's there, clapping his hand every time he makes a point.
Yeah, but I bet the highlights version's better.
Yeah, well, probably. Apparently, he's really miserable, Chappers.
Oh yeah,
of course, yeah. You would,
but when you're the least talent one out of Chappers and Dave, you're gonna be miserable.
Where's Dave though? That's what I'm saying. Where's Dave?
Oh, probably crying because Chris Moles is absolutely bagging his bird.
Yeah. That's such a disturbing story, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is really good. We've managed to go a good few minutes without talking about wrestling.
There's some fantastic wrestling content, isn't it? Well, let's bring it back on track. We're talking about British radio, but we're talking about the Great British Grumble, because there's loads of British wrestling to talk about, isn't there?
There's just loads of wrestling to talk about.
Yeah, but a lot of it is UK based.
Like British based. It's been a big few weeks, especially considering
we're winning. Take that, America. We stole Meghan Markle off you, and now we're coming for your wrestling.
So now we own Meghan Markle. Is that...
That's how it works.
Technically, she owns us.
Actually, technically, she's the taxpayer's owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens when she dies and he continues to live being an immortal shapeshifting lizard?
He regenerates until Sylvester McCoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does his semen not make her immortal as well?
You think shapeshifting lizard type is? I can't think of what the actual species is called in David Icke's literature, but.
And you are listening once again to another edition of the Great British Grumble. Apparently, this time forsaking any sort of wrestling talk.
Oh, just something I want to be immortalised forever, in case I forget and I want to listen later on.
Okay.
The Queen went dressed in all green, and there's wonderful photoshops on Twitter because the greens are brilliant. And there's one where it's just a black and white picture of Princess Diana.
Oh my God. That's the monarch of this country.
Don't go dressed as a green screen.
Yeah, don't wear green.
Yeah.
Don't wear green.
I think we should be very clear that we don't believe that the Queen
No,
had
don't
anything
say
to do
it. Don't
with
say
it.
it. Don't say it. I never said it.
No.
She wouldn't do it directly anyway, would she, allegedly?
Oh my God.
Graham, I didn't say that.
No, it's fine. I disassociate myself. We call ourselves the Royal Grumble. If we don't want to be knocked down to just the Grumble next week, we're gonna have to kiss some serious ass. So
can we get some taxpayer money and kick homeless people?
no,
out of their
we
areas?
can't. But then, well, I mean, we could get some taxpayer money, but it would involve a very significantly painful thing for all of us concerned. So
Yeah.
let's talk about British wrestling instead of British royals, right?
Well, let's start where the last show finished. As we were recording the last show and we released it early, the third day of Super Strong Style was happening.
Yeah, and we're not supposed to give out spoilers. Well, now we can.
Yeah,
so if
it's
you've
been
not
on
seen
demand
it,
for a
it's
week.
your fault.
Yeah, so I watched the full tournament over the past week because tomorrow I am going to Victoria Warehouse to watch Chapter 69. Lol. With Jack Sexsmith in the main event, obviously.
Oh, of course he is.
So yeah, Super Strong Style was absolutely brilliant this year. The big things, Cassius Ohno really showed up and did Cassius Ohno stuff.
Well, yeah, this is his job, though, isn't it? His job is to be an indie wrestler that just
Yeah.
happens to be contracted by WWE. They're his agent.
Yeah, Cassius Ohno was brilliant on the entire.
All they do is
weekend.
feed him different. Well, maybe feed isn't the right word. Give him different jobs.
Do you remember when his job used to be train at the performance centre and
Yeah.
he didn't do it, so he got fired?
Yeah, I do. And now his job is train other people at the performance centre. That's a strange set of circumstances, isn't it?
He's failed upwards, hasn't he?
Well, exactly. Imagine he's a bit of a Alan Pardew in that regard, isn't he? It's the Alan Pardew of professional wrestling. There you go.
No, because Alan Pardew was never that good, really.
All right, yeah, but he got. Do you not remember that time he got to fifth with Newcastle?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah. Next year
he got to the cup final, did a little dance. Come on. That's pretty much Chris Hero right there.
So yeah, Cassius Ohno was one of the big things of the weekend where he was absolutely brilliant in every match he had. Chris Brooks first off, Tyler Bate on night 2. He lost to Tyler Bate, but then on night 3 they did the Wasteman Challenge invitational match.
Yeah,
and the winner of
Tyler
it,
got injured.
Yeah, Tyler Bate was injured.
Didn't look that injured this week, but anyway.
Yeah, injured in quotation marks.
He looked quite healthy in the injury announcement to me.
Yeah.
So
But
when
then-
I asked you about the injury, I said, "Is it legit?" And you said, "Yeah."
Well,
You got worked.
it was because he had been dealing with a knee injury, but they said it was a shoulder injury. And
Okay.
It might have had a twinge or whatever, but
Who was he scheduled to face in the semis?
it was going to be. So, what were the two semi-finals? Oh, Zach Gibson.
Oh, right. Oh, that is odd then. Because in my head, I was going, oh, they must be doing this so that he doesn't have to job to someone who's not a WWE person. But Zach Gibson may be a WWE person now, it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the main of it, who ended up winning the tournament, maybe that was where the issue was. But so yeah, he dropped out of the tournament. Cassius Ohno took his place by winning a scramble and having 3 matches on one day, defeating Zach Gibson and then going to the final. The other finalist was Zack Sabre Jr., who defeated in the first round Chuck Mambo, who had a really career-defining weekend that was a big surprise.
Yeah, I don't like him. Nah. This is a second, top-level progress guy that I'm a bit like,
He reminds me of
Really?
G-Man.
He's a bit G-man, isn't he?
I know, like him and Zack Sabre Jr. honestly had a really great match, and bear in mind everyone has a good match with Zack
I was
Sabre
going
Jr.
to say, like, I think I could have a good match with Zack Sabre Jr. and I once forgot how to bump off a back body drop. So, if you wonder why I'm not a wrestler, that's why.
On day 2, he defeated David Starr, and then on day 3, he defeated Keith Lee on the way up into the final. So we got, weirdly, their 13th encounter, and they were 6-6 each. And in that match, Zack Sabre Jr. won Super Strong Style 16, and when he got to make his speech at the end, the only thing he said was Wembley.
Called it. I called it. I was right. Told you. What did I say last week?
What's he doing at Wembley?
Challenging for
for title, innit he?
Oh, yeah.
This is what I said to Dan last week. I was like, where else would you challenge for it? You do it at Wembley. And you were like, well, what if you want to win it before? I was like, no, Wembley. That's why you do it.
There's only him and Travis Banks who've held off to big shows.
Yeah.
Everyone else tends to cash in straight
Morons.
away.
And who's the champion now?
Travis Banks still.
And who's going to be in the main event of Wembley? Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, the Travis Banks stuff was good because on night 2, it was Travis Banks versus Walter for the title, and Travis Banks got himself counted out. He was just about to get back in the ring, then looked up and went, nah, and then just went to the back and got a count out loss, which meant he kept the title.
What a bad one.
Yeah, he got help from TK Cooper in that match as well. So the next day, Progress booked TK Cooper versus Walter, and Walter murdered him.
Yeah, flattened it, turned him into a bit of a patty.
Not in a usual Walter way as well. Like, he murdered him and then pinned him, but then picked him back up at 2 and went to murder him some more.
Well, that's just mean, isn't it?
Yeah, just destroyed him. And then Travis Banks came out and said, you're not getting another shot at this title. You need to get back in your lane. And
your kind of people don't get shots at titles.
Racist.
That's what he said.
However long whenever you're the Atlas champion, you can't challenge for my title again. You need to stay in your weight division. Yeah. So Walter looks at the belt, looks at Jim Smallman, hands him the belt, and then chases after Travis Banks while Jim Smallman's left in the ring holding the belt going, what happened there? So yeah, Walter gave up the Atlas title.
His belt.
In a way, willingly just gave up his title, which, like, I appreciate the way they did it, but
they just didn't want to beat him for belt, did they?
Exactly, yeah. Well, he's off there as well, though, isn't he? They're all off.
Is he?
Walter? They're all off on the jollies, isn't he?
No, because Walter likes being a European wrestler, doesn't he? He said that the week to us.
Right.
Yeah,
I must have mistaken.
He helps run the
then.
WXW school because it was him and Keith Lee who were talked about in that whole thing, and I'm pretty sure Keith Lee's
owner
gone.
and promoter of WXW was at Super Strong Style.
Yeah, so he came out. Pete Dunne wasn't there on the final day due to a family emergency, but
His
CMJ
mum needed swimming costume back.
Got him.
I can't remember his full name, but I know his last name's Jacoby. CMJ, he comes out and he says he's got an issue with Pete Dunne because he's been known as the guy for the last 20 years who's been able to find, nurture, and create the best talent in Europe. And you can see all these people now in WWE who've come through WXW or been a big part of WXW in the past. And everyone now thinks Pete Dunne's the best in Europe, and he goes, he's not the best in Europe. I think the best talent in Europe is unbestiegbar.
Obviously.
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
So sometime down the line, they're doing Pete Dunne versus Ilya Dragunov, which will be unbelievably good.
Literally never heard of him in my life.
Yeah, I leveled the Ivan.
Yeah, he won 16 karat gold last year, and then at the end of last year retired. Well, he was, because apparently the reason he doesn't wrestle outside WXW a lot is because he's quite happy, like just hanging out at home. He's not 100% into wrestling, but then he came back and won the WXW title at this year's 16 karat gold, and he is absolutely phenomenal.
Better than Pete Dunne?
I don't know.
Right.
Find out, innit? Find out on progressdemand.com.
So yeah,
dash on demand progress. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said just now.
Demand dash progress, because Demand Progress is an American right wing site, I think.
Phenomenal.
But yeah, so Super Strong Style was really good. Go check it out.
Which one of them sites have you got in your bookmarks? Is it the
Demand
right wing
dash
site?
No,
Is it
no.
the right wing site? No.
No. He's got it on the left side. Yeah.
So we've all kind of been on the road a bit this past week.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
We've both got shows we've been to reports as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like an extended Great British Grumble, innit? Because it all links in. Because you know who else has been in the UK is bloody WWE, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've been rocking up over here. They had the Raw and the SmackDown in London.
They were good, weren't they?
Yeah, do you know what happened on them?
No.
That's right.
because I read somewhere that said don't bother watching it.
Yeah.
So I went, okay.
Kevin Owens qualified for the Money in the Bank after he lost for the Intercontinental Championship.
Makes sense. Fail upwards.
Yep. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler beat Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. So, my boy Drew won.
Yeah, teaming with your boy Dolph.
Well, is he a boy or is he an amoeba?
I don't know.
No, me neither. I try not to pay any attention to him, so it's fine.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
Fine, you bring that up. Don't worry about it.
Sounds like great shows.
yeah.
I did look at the results of them and I've completely forgot them.
Yeah, some other people did some wrestling matches.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Nothing happens in the UK, does it? Apart from that one time that AJ Styles won the title and still has the title now.
Nice.
But I mean, apart from that, apart from the start of literally the current WWE Champion's reign, nothing happens in the UK, does it? So,
Nah.
yeah.
Well, before the WWE came over to the UK, I went to another show as well.
Yeah, you were in London, weren't you?
Yeah, I went down to London for RevPro.
You were like, oh, everybody, here I am. So that's probably offensive. I'll just you do it and I'll just stop.
Epic Encounter. So there's kind of a weird thing going on at the moment where if a card looks a bit underwhelming, it's normally going to be absolutely brilliant. And this was probably the best complete RevPro card because even the worst match on the card was still pretty great. The big ones on the card, Chosen Bros, Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb were against Aussie Open. And that was an absolutely phenomenal match. What else happened? CCK took on Suzuki Gun and were unsuccessful in trying to win back the RevPro tag team titles. And the main of we got Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo is a Canadian wrestler who trained with Lance Storm, who moved himself over to Wolverhampton to be part of the UK scene, another one. And has been slowly building up a bit of a fan base and building his momentum up. And this was his his coming out match. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
One of them.
What about it?
Coming out.
It's not a gay reference, it's a cotillion reference.
Yeah. So he had an absolutely phenomenal performance against Will Ospreay.
I want the world to know. Sorry.
And then the main event was Ishii versus Keith Lee 2 for the RevPro British Heavyweight Championship. An American versus a Japanese guy for the British Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, cracking. You remember that time that Zack Sabre Jr. had to drop the RevPro title so that he could work in Japan, so he dropped it to Japanese guy Ishii.
Yeah, he dropped it to Shibata.
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Recently.
Time. Yeah, I thought you meant the first time round.
Come on, Dan. Get up with your RevPro like I am.
Yeah.
Yo, are you even a real RevPro fan, or am I the real RevPro fan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yes, you. That's right, I remember.
I don't know if it was as good as their first match, because the expectations are really high now, whereas the expectations are kind of like, oh, no, this will be fun. And it turned out to be an absolutely phenomenal match. This time, everyone was expecting phenomenal, and it lived up to it, but it was a really great match, and Keith Lee, I'm going to miss seeing Keith Lee on shows.
No, you're not, because you're going to see him on NXT, ain't you? So it'll be fine.
Not live, though.
Wow.
He's not going to be hanging out.
You've got to download.
I could.
Yeah, but do you want to get covered in pee?
I'm going to a festival in 2 weeks.
Is it download?
No, it's All Points East presents Nick Cave.
Our NXT there?
No.
Oh,
but out of the 5 bands I want to see, out of those 5 bands, 2 of them clash with 2 of us.
Of course they do. That's how all festivals work.
St. Vincent and Patti Smith are clashing.
Yeah.
The top 3 bands announced.
Patti Smith, St. Vincent are weird.
I've seen St. Vincent 3 times,
exactly.
so I won't be seeing Patti
Patty.
Smith. But I'm going to try and catch a bit of St. Vincent before watching Nick Cave.
Why?
Because I like St. Vincent.
Oh, all right.
I'm a big fan.
It's weird, though.
It's a bit weird, but it's
creeps
good.
me out.
She's like female
Stop
Bowie.
it, Mrs. St. Vincent, all right? You're weird. You creep me out.
She's female Bowie, and she's just in that weird stage right now.
Did you just call someone female Bowie?
Yeah.
She's not female Bowie, though, is she? She's not Bowie. Let's just get over that he just said that. Daryl, you're going to the UK Championship Tournament, aren't you?
Yeah, they've announced people for download, aren't they? Which the matches then
they will then relate to the UK Championship Tournament. Indeed.
So I've got the list here.
Well, list them.
Tyson T-Bone because they need a ring.
Yeah, obviously.
Jordan Devlin because they need a Balor lookalike.
Yep, and
well, that's something I should have mentioned before. John Devlin was another breakout star of the Super Strong Style. He was amazing in all 3 days.
Yeah, he used his head to hold the ring up.
He did one of the best bicycle kicks I've ever seen, and landed on his feet doing it as well.
Do either of you know who MODOK is off of Marvel?
I've heard of him.
Right, okay. But if you don't really know who he is, it's going to be a reference loss. But I'll say it anyway. Yeah, he looks like MODOK. Modoc's got massive.
James Drake.
Yep, he's there.
Grizzled young veteran.
Travis Banks.
He's good. Progress champion.
Drew Gulak.
Yeah. Did you see him tweet about it?
No.
He said, I've been sent on a special mission to reclaim the United Kingdom for the United States. I was like, that's all right. Odd choice, but, I think I would like to see him go very far and people get very upset about it.
Yeah.
I think that would be a very simple but a very good angle to run.
Yeah.
If he gets very far.
You got to think, like, with the belt, like, they've got a United States belt that people from the United States... people that aren't from the United States can win.
Yeah,
exactly. So they've got a UK belt, so people not from the UK should
think like Johnny Gargano's challenged for it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Roderick Strong and a bunch of other people. Other bland people.
Talk about Ashton Smith.
Well, is that D-Rock?
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of him, mate, and then you can tell me if it's D-Rock.
That's D-Rock, Derice Coffey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing. Just for context, Derice Coffey used to be the Jamaican bobsledder wrestler.
Yeah.
Tucker.
I remember Tucker.
I remember Tucker as well.
You had Tucker to beat Tyler Pate in the bracket for the UK Championship Tournament.
Yeah.
That worked out well for all of us, didn't it?
He does a really good super kick.
That's right, yeah. Tucker was the super kick.
Yeah, he does a really good super kick.
Is it called Tucker's Luck? Because if it's not, then frankly, he's missed out on opportunity.
Call it Tucker's Law.
Tucker's Luck. Tucker's Law would be good as well. But Tucker's Luck was
we can't do Tucker's Law on it.
Tucker's Luck was that show that had it was a spin-off from Grange Hill. Tucker off of Grange Hill, which was Mark from EastEnders.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Mark Addy, but it's not Mark Addy. Todd, what's his face?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't remember his surname, but anyway.
I could never watch
Mark
Grange Hill.
Fowler.
It's Todd Carty.
I could never watch
Todd Carty.
Grange Hill because it was like the last thing on BBC and it clashed with Neighbours.
Wasn't Neighbours on the BBC?
Or Home and Away even.
There you go. Home and Away makes more sense.
Yeah, Home and Away was ITV.
Yeah.
Neighbours was BBC, but now they're both on Channel 5.
Stop getting soaps wrong. Yeah.
Carry on the list.
Anyway,
we did a bit about Neighbours back in the day. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Because the Toadfish.
Yeah, I remember.
Was a big wrestling fan.
Batista was on Neighbours. Lee's Rhinos were on Neighbours this week.
What?
So they've really gone down, haven't they?
Yeah, but Lee's Rhinos were on an RF video shoot interview when Val Venus were wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, but the actual Lee's Rhinos were on it this time. Or was it either Home and Away? One of the two.
Yeah, and that was
they were on the WCW.
Oh, pretend you said 18. Flash Morgan Webster.
Yeah.
Who debuted on 205 Live this week as well.
Yeah, it didn't do that well, apparently.
I didn't see it.
Surprising. Well, I read that he was very jittery, which is very surprising because his character is supposed to be, Flash. So that was a bit odd. But he seems like the sort of guy that character-wise would fit in, but Americans going to know what he is. You know what I mean? It'll be fine for the tournament, though.
Yeah. Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Yep. Whack him in, why not? What else is he doing?
205 Live, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Kenny Williams.
Right, this is the first one of a few that was on World of Sport. Kenny Williams won a ladder match on the first World of Sport taping.
Yeah.
He was also on 205 Live this week. Anyway, I'm firmly backing any Scotsman that goes in. So
next two were on World Sport as well. So El Ligero.
El Ligero. We are now in an age where El Ligero is a WWE combatant.
They announced that he was from Leeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is hilarious.
That's ruined the gimmick completely then.
It was from Leeds, and I think they said he was inspired by Lucha Libre.
Amazing. Because they know that they can't do that anymore. There's a reason that Kofi Kingston's now from Ghana rather than from Jamaica, where he pretended to be off of.
But he's got, I don't know if he's got the gear specially made for the tournament, but he's got Union Jack.
He had
Union
that
Jack gear.
He wore that in 5-star.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the all big shows
it's
then,
his TV
hasn't he?
gear.
Yeah. Dave Mastiff.
Good signing for them. Yeah. I thought he was going to be a big part of World of Sport, so I'm very surprised. But obviously, WWE comes in. Some people want to go to WWE.
I think the next two are World of Sport as well. Joe Coffey.
Yep. They remember the Coffey brothers were on.
Yeah.
This was Joe Coffey's.
And Derice, Ashton Smith was against the Coffey brothers, I think.
There you go. I completely forgot.
Rampage and Ashton Smith.
I forgot about Ashton. I remember Rampage. Joe Coffey as former ICW World Champion.
Yeah, they're calling him the Iron King.
Because you can't call him an Iron Man, can
you?
Yeah,
no,
but the Iron Man, Joe Coffey.
Yeah, but is the Iron King not a reference from Game of Thrones, or am I thinking of something?
No, you think of the Iron Throne.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Zach Gibson.
Yep. Soon to be recognised.
Which I really like Zach Gibson, but I don't know if he'll translate.
For me, it's one way or another. Either he absolutely nails it and everybody hates him for it, or they just have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't...
Because it's for me, that's a British gimmick, that, like, having a whiny scouse.
Yeah, like Scouse that thinks he's better than everybody.
Remembering when they won stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Shankly Gates.
We're in the Champions League
Wales
final.
number
Look at
one.
us.
Yeah.
We're better than everyone. How come you're fourth?
But then I remember
That's not the point.
first time you saw Zach Gibson at ICW, and you were just like, I really like him because I know everything about him because of his promo.
Yeah.
Because in his promo at the beginning, he always like does
away.
everything.
Yeah, and he tells you what his finishing move's called. And so then when he puts it on, you're like, oh, well, that's could be end at match.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of wrestlers' finishing move is a super kick or something. But because everybody does a super kick, you don't know if it's a finish or not. I'm going to save one of them to last because I want Graham to sing. Amir Jordan.
Right, yep. Is
Amir
he Ross Jordan's brother?
No,
Okay.
that was racist.
I genuinely thought he
His
was,
last
though.
name's Jordan. Is he Michael Jordan's brother?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Is he Katie Price's brother?
No.
Oh. Is he? Have we seen him before at a show?
He was at Progress.
He was
I thought
he was
so,
one of
yeah.
the replacements when British Strong Style were like, oh, snow.
Yeah.
And Mark Andrews was like, oh, snow. They made it to Sheffield this week, didn't you, lads?
Last one. Joseph Connors.
Joseph Connors. And Joseph Connors.
I'll tell you this much. WWE really like Joseph Connors because he's the one that got entrance music for his team and a little entrance video.
Yeah, that's Joseph Connors, former, what was it?
Southside.
WCPW champion.
Yeah, and Southside champion.
Yeah.
And his entrance video is still spelt wrong. That just, you know how you get annoyed at the girl who sits in front of us because of her hat that has owls with the apostrophe in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a video because it's the Joseph Connors Experience with Legs is the tag team name.
Right.
Which is quite funny. And they come out to We Are the Champions.
Uh-huh.
And the video, it says the Joseph Connors Experience.
Good God.
Yeah, and I've pointed this out several times, and I keep telling the people I know who work there, just like, could someone get him to change it? Like, nah, it'll be too much effort for him. Drives me mad.
So
Disgusting.
I believe that all them people will be in tournament format at download.
Yes.
And then,
Some of them at least will be.
because there's 16 names, I think.
Right, yeah.
So
Probably.
And then they'll whittle it down to 8.
Yeah.
And then they go on to the Royal Albert Hall, I think.
Yes, I would imagine so, yeah.
Because the first night's a tournament,
Yeah.
and the second night, the first night's a tournament, and then on the first night it's Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne and Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yes, yeah, that's what it's been announced as. It's the Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne and Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, they won't use British Strong
That's it.
Style.
No, they won't. Why?
I bet you because
I think
Pete
they've
Dunne's
mentioned them
probably
before.
already got it trademarked. Or it's the Fight Club Pro thing.
What?
Fight Club Pro's like slogan is British Strong Style.
So
that'll be why they don't
he's
use it.
part of it. I don't.
Yeah, but
understand.
Fight Club Pro have the trademark to it
Right.
for use within wrestling, even though and they get permission through Progress.
I just think it's because they don't want to make it hugely confusing that Pete Dunne's suddenly mates with Tyler Bate, despite the fact that they went to a war in the first UK tour. I don't know. It's all
And
very
then
confusing.
the second night is the winner of the tournament gets a title shot against Pete Dunne,
Yeah.
and I assume there'll be a load of other matches, not just
Yeah,
that
you'd
one
expect
match.
so, yeah.
There's
Second night, I think the NXT title's getting defended and the tag titles.
oh yeah, there's some NXT matches.
yeah. Cruiserweight title as well, maybe.
Anybody missing that you think should have been in it, like Wolfgang? Like,
Well, in terms
Yeah.
of, there's quite a few guys who were like previous talents who aren't in it. But
yeah, but like
there's-
big ones.
Yeah.
So like, because nobody wanted Sam Gradwell in it, did they? Really?
even though he was on the show, he
Giant
went
Baby.
to-
Yeah.
Danny
Danny Birch.
ADA would have been
he
alright.
just re-signed as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's already under contract. I mean, I'm not complaining about the people that are in it. I'm just...
That's the thing I didn't talk about in my RevPro thing earlier.
What's that?
David Starr doing a heel promo that was way too good and ended up turning everyone against their underdog babyface.
I literally saw someone say today, why does everyone hate Cody? His heel work is amazing. That's something I saw that someone wrote on the internet.
Well, it's because David Starr he's one of those, like, he's a justified heel where he believes he's badly done to, and
Yeah, you're like when people unfold his t-shirts. Is
yeah,
yeah, it's
they made a joke of that at Progress during his nicknames.
one
One of the
your shtick.
things was don't touch his effing t-shirts.
Right.
But
now he'll sell a t-shirt that says "Don't touch my effing t-shirts," and then ironically people will touch the t-shirts, and then it's going to kick off.
But yeah, in an attempt to try and get heat again in his promo, he started making fun of Martin Stone, saying he's such a sellout. He's changed his name, what a thing, like ripping hell out of him. But crowd just cheered him anyway because he's too good.
Martin Stone, of course, former 1PW champion.
I don't know anybody.
There you go. So yeah, we're related to talking. So like, is there someone that you particularly thought was missing? I know who I thought was missing.
Well, Wolf.
Dan. Dan. No, he's not there. He's not there.
Dan Maloney's not been on a lot of shit. He's not been at Fight Club recently.
Maybe he hates people shouting Dan at him.
Yeah.
Is he injured?
No, because he wrestled for Southside, but apparently he's bulking again, and he doesn't look in the best shape, even though he's still in like good shape.
He wasn't like one of the standouts, though, was he? Like, if we're being totally honest, like, yeah, people shout Dan, and that's hilarious, but it's not like.
Isn't one of the Jesuses missing? Saxon Huxley, that's who it is.
Yeah, but I imagine that WWE don't want people chanting Jesus at a wrestling show.
They'll probably just chant for Joseph Connors or James Drake, who also look a bit like Jesus. Just Jesus is all around.
Jesus wasn't white.
90% of Brit rest at the moment is Jesus.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a name that was rumoured to be mentioned as a new signing, but wasn't in the tournament announcements, and that was Chris Brooks. Out of all the names that were rumoured, he's the only one I think who isn't in the tournament.
Is he on World of Sport then?
No.
Okay, all right, just checking.
And you'd assume, considering his standing in British wrestling, he's with one or the other.
Yeah.
So he's more likely with WWE, considering the other talent they tend to use.
What about Kid Lycos?
Lycos is still injured.
Still injured. Broken.
Even though there's hope on the horizon, because Progress announced they're doing a right. I'm allowed to swear because it's the name of the match.
Okay.
It's not as bad as the one at Joey Janela's, but Progress are doing the first ever tag team Thunder Bastard at Wembley.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure we accept that.
No, it is a Thunder though that has no father and was born out of wedlock.
Yeah.
So.
To decide how
Thunder
people enter into that
parents.
match, they're doing a 7-team tag league until September, where every team will face every other team, and the team at the top will be the last entrance into it. It starts tomorrow with Aussie Open versus Mills and Mayhew, but CCK are in that, pending Lycos being cleared in June.
He's been out for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah. There was talk that he might not be able to wrestle again, but that looks like it's not happening, and he's going to be back, which I hope he is, because he got injured at kind of a bad time.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Well, he did get injured at a bad time. It's a habit, isn't it? KL, Kid Lycos, Kieran Lee, same person. That's who was under the mask. Just saying. That's a reference for us. You won't get that, Daryl.
Okay, thanks.
Let's carry on.
Give him his inform card. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, they screwed Newhue enough times. It's not gonna happen. All right. I made my peace with it. They just hate Kosovans. EA Sports hate Kosovans. There you go.
The other thing worth mentioning in all this...
Take that as a quote.
...is there's a rumour going around that apparently the WWE talent aren't going to be allowed to work for RevPro or Defiant. And I think there was another company mentioned, but I don't remember right now. But they're only allowed to work for companies with small streaming services and WWE partnered promotions like Progress and ICW.
Yeah, the RevPro thing's interesting because I think they've essentially now been forced to make a decision where their bread's buttered, and they've gone with New Japan for the time being, which I understand because they are literally promoting New Japan in the UK. But
I mean, based off the Your Call shows, they only lose one talent right now, and that's Travis Banks.
Okay.
But their cockpit shows do use a few more people who've been in this tournament. So
yeah, but it's not like they can't replace it with somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, they did the same thing happened to them last year. They stopped using Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne, Pete Dunne was building up for a massive match with Will Ospreay again, and then they had to kind of drop it, and because the last match he had before he made his return at the end of the year, he wore a Vader singlet in a 6-man tag against Ospreay. So yeah, RevPro will be fine.
That makes a change from him wearing his mom's swimsuit then, isn't it? There you go, we got it back round. Right, more WWE UK stuff, because as you mentioned, some of the WWE UK people were on the host show that we were on Friday night, weren't we? At Friday night, I suppose.
Yeah, we went to WWE in Sheffield, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Hashtag WWE Sheffield.
Yeah.
Hashtag Royal Crumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Good show, wasn't it?
They're all right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd go again.
Yeah. We did a report for Big Dave, didn't we?
Yeah.
Called him Big Dave to his face on Twitter. We're fine. He retweeted us.
Yeah.
And that tweet has 8 likes. So
yeah. So who's the real winners there? Then?
Oz. So. Can we say that means we're officially endorsed by the Wrestling Observer?
Why not?
Yeah, there you go. He retweeted us. I think that works, doesn't it? Right. So yeah, let's run through the card.
Triple threat tag title match: Bludgeon Brothers versus Usos versus New Day.
Yeah, with Big E and Kofi with the New Day.
Yeah.
Huge shock. Bludgeon Brothers retained.
Yeah. With a double power bomb.
Yeah. They're all right. We're one of those weird tag matches though, where like there's only 2 teams in time. So at one point, like New Day had to tag the Usos. So a bit odd, but
yeah, Bludgeon Brothers just waited on ramp for a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Just straight up stood back and let them have a match for 5 minutes.
Yeah, then they came in and ruined it, didn't
With
they?
hammer.
So they couldn't get them through customs.
No, they couldn't. They actually didn't have the hammers. No, they didn't even have the hammers. I shouted hammers, and they didn't have any hammers.
I'm pretty sure there's a guy in the UK who they could get some pretty good mallets from.
Yeah, probably.
He's down in Oxford, isn't he?
I don't know, but I don't know if you were talking about someone specific, but
I don't know.
I said mallets instead of hammers very specifically.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, mallet. Mallet's mallet, innit?
Oh, yeah.
Timmy Mallet.
Here's some mallet.
He's got some spares.
Well
That'd be
played,
great.
yeah. I didn't pick up on that. I apologise. Next.
NXT title match.
Yeah.
Aleister Black versus Alexander Wolf.
Yeah.
Last time you saw him live was in the Corp.
Yep.
Who?
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black. Tommy End. Corp. Did you go?
That was one of his last UK appearances.
But then was it? Did it?
And ICW was before that.
Yeah, it was. He's
no,
right.
but it was at the UK Championship Tournament.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
I saw him
at the UK Championship
But he
Tournament.
was performing as Tommy End.
Last time you saw him in Sheffield, though.
Yeah, last time you saw him in Sheffield was in the
Daryl.
Trafalgar Warehouse, the side room of Sheffield Corporation.
Okay.
The crummy bit of Sheffield.
Yeah.
No, Sheffield's all right. You're all fine.
In versus Sammy Callahan.
Great. Solomon Crow.
Yeah, so Alexander Wolf were all right, weren't he?
Yeah, he was all right. It's the least interesting one of Sanity.
I thought it was going to be Big Damo.
Yeah, you did, yeah, because I said, it's going to be him from Sanity, and you went, Big Damo. I was like, no. You're like, Eric Young? No. Like, Nikki Cross? I was like, no, the other one.
Whenever they wrestle singles, they have different versions of the Sanity music.
Do they?
Yeah, because Damo's has got like an Irish flute sound on it before it kicks into the main bit.
I mean, I didn't know that, so I just saw the Sanity thing. And thought,
it's just, I don't think they do on house shows,
ones.
Dan. I think it's just the Sanity music. To be
honest. Those two wrestled quite a bit, I think, back in WXW.
And stuff, yeah. They were all right. I don't make much of Alexander Wolf. I think he's all right. Aleister Black started off very over. He did a very good spot with his old sitting in the cross legs.
Yeah.
We had an annoying bloke behind us who apparently thought he was Dave Meltzer, telling us all about how the match was going and what we should be thinking and why he was more interested in the people backstage as he sat watching the match. Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, you know how we have those blokes behind us at Hillsborough? This was the same thing, but
the Monday Night Football panel.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this was like the Monday Night Observer panel.
Oh.
Next.
Big Cass had a match.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He beat Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger's best match was the previous time he was in Sheffield, of course.
Yeah, he was when he wrestled Fat Lad.
Bull Dempsey, an absolute classic.
Yeah. See, when you sent me a picture of where you were sat, I thought that's a really good view, but I've realised the only downfall is you're not at the great angle the camera gets whenever Big Cass makes his entrance, so it changes his name to something different.
You can't get the right angle for it to say Big Ass, unfortunately.
No.
Not unless you put your finger up and like,
I like Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. This is exactly what I expected of him, but nonetheless, he got squashed by Big Cass. It will surprise you.
Yeah, it was like a proper squash.
But we were delighted to see Big Cass, weren't we? Because it meant they definitely weren't doing Big Cass against Daniel Bryan and it changed to the advertised card. That was cracking. Good news.
Match number 4 was a US title match. We were getting spoiled for title matches.
I can't believe they had so many defenses. I mean, would you believe it? All the champions retained as well.
Yeah, it was Rusev with Aiden English versus Jeff Hardy.
Yep, Rusev was over, wasn't
he? They were both over.
Both very over. Yeah, enjoyable. Very
Did
good.
you see the video of Rusev in Liverpool?
No.
He came out to the ring wearing a Real Madrid top.
Nice.
It's the first time he's not been cheered to the ring in a while.
Excellent. That's well played, Rusev.
During the match, though, he was mega heel.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, because Jeff Hardy, innit?
Yeah, because people like obviously everyone's doing the Rusev Day stuff at the start, but then once the match got going, he was proper heel.
Yep. Jeff Hardy won with Swanton Bomb.
Yeah. Match number 5 was the token UK match. So it was Tyler Bate, Mark Andrews, and Wolfgang versus Joseph Connors, James Drake, and Sam Gradwell.
Joseph Connors, who actually got his own theme music, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Sam Gradwell, the giant baby, who's no longer a giant baby because he's got a mohawk now, innit?
He's got a little tuft as well, I think.
Tuft and mohawk to make sure he doesn't look like a giant baby. I'm telling you, that's exactly why he's got it. They were decent enough. Like, I was glad to see Mark Andrews and Tyler Bate. I was annoyed that they didn't play the old Tyler Bate music because, like,
whose music did it come out to?
He's got this new version, hasn't he? You know, like the original Sledgehammer rip-off that they had at the UK Championship tournament that I still listen to now because it's amazing. That and Trent Seven's music from that tournament were amazing, and now they've got like knockoff versions.
So you've reminded me again of something from Super Strong Style 16. A lot of guys had their proper music back. So Tyler Bate came out to Sledgehammer.
Right.
Chris Brooks were coming out to Human Fly by the Cramps. David Starr had Joan Jett. And then on day 3, Jimmy Havoc came out to AFI for the first time in like 2 years.
And yeah, Cassius Ono came out to his Ono theme. Yeah.
But then I guess because he's Cassius Ono.
Yeah.
And before the music...
So why did they have them back? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think they're doing it for big shows or something like that where they can use it occasionally.
All right, then.
It created a good atmosphere.
Good.
Match number 6, it was our personal main event.
Yep.
The Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, this is actually the match I went to see. They were great. It were really good. Really enjoyed it. I mean, it was obviously it was a house show, so it wasn't what it would have been in a pay-per-view setting or something, but it was just brilliant.
Was there a moment where you worried for Daniel Bryan?
Yes, there was one of those moments. He did something. I can't remember what he did.
Apparently on the house show the other night, or it might have been on TV, he did a flying headbutt and missed.
Oh, he didn't do a flying headbutt. No.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's been told not to do that again. He did something, and I was like, "Oh, they're just going to build this into all his matches now." It was like he rolled on his head or something. I can't remember what it was.
I like it when he nearly kills himself because it's that like element of are we watching his last match ever?
I like it when he acts like he has, rather than does actually nearly kill himself.
Yeah.
It's like why I like watching Walter.
Yeah.
Murder.
That seems a bit gratuitous.
I don't like the it kicks.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you for why. Thanks for asking. Because all the crowd chant yes when the Miz does them, and they should boo or chant no.
Right.
It feels like
I think a lot of people tried to chant no. I think it was the particular section of the people to our left who couldn't get involved in the sodding match because they had to show off that they were there to show off and were chanting Miz is awesome and booing Daniel Bryan at various points. I'm like, if you are the only reason you're doing that is to get people's attention. You are clearly the sort of person who likes Daniel Bryan. You're literally just doing it to be pedantic. So why would you?
Mate, they were in wheelchairs. They were in
That's not the point. That doesn't mean they can't behave themselves. One of them were really awful as well. He was the one that were running down from so obviously this one wasn't in a wheelchair. He was running down from the top tier.
He weren't like metal.
He was shouting Matt Hardy stuff every 2 minutes. Annoying.
Matt Hardy's on Raw.
Exactly.
He didn't even know
Get
that.
It right.
And he had a better view than you, didn't he, as well? So
whatever. But if you can't, I mean, he might not have. We don't know. But if you can't enjoy the simple story of Miz against Daniel Bryan, and you have to make a point by chanting for the Miz, just get out, just pack it in.
Wheel your chair out.
I'm not saying they have
Then there was an intermission. I'll save you. There was intermission. Then we were back from intermission. Match 7. Andrade.
Can I just say, I enjoyed the rest of it, but I happily would have left at this point.
Wait a minute. So the intermission was after match 6?
Yeah, they had quite a lot of matches first. Yeah, it was a bit odd that way.
Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. And Zelina Vega accompanied Almas.
Austin Aries' ex-girlfriend.
Is it?
Did you see that tweet?
No,
but if it's Austin Aries, he's a scumbag.
Austin Aries sent a tweet out saying, "Congratulations to my ex-girlfriend at Zelina Vega for all her success in WWE." But why did you have to say the ex-girlfriend part?
Because he's a slime ball, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you don't have to tweet it. You just send her a text.
Exactly. He put his balls in Christy Hemi's face once.
Yeah.
He's a creep. You disgust me, Austin Aries.
Yeah, Sin Cara's
And you lost the dark side.
Sin Cara's a bit rubbish, isn't he?
I liked his little pink gear, which made him look a lot like a phallus. That is all.
And some of his entrance video we worked out is the old Sin Cara.
Yeah, we figured out at certain points you can see he doesn't have the tattoo.
And he's a bit
Or
smaller.
the belly.
Yeah, he's a bit smaller as well.
There is the belly, yeah.
Then again, you won't say that to his face.
Well,
He's got no face.
yeah, exactly. I couldn't.
He
I wouldn't
is
say it to
solid.
the old Sin Cara's face. He'd pull a knife on me.
I thought with new Sin Cara were a nutcase.
No, they're both a bit.
They're both a bit mad, but
Yeah.
new Sin Cara's the one who's like solid,
Yeah.
like Shane McMahon levels of solid. Old Sin Cara's the one who like pulls knives on people.
Yeah,
and
he's like
cries when he broke his finger.
Yeah, he's mates with Mexican cartel, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, stop the match! I broke my finger.
Yeah.
New Sin Cara doesn't need a
I've got
knife.
I've got a hurty
And then
pinky.
Del Rio slaps him about a bit, which is
Just
probably the
knocks him
only good
about.
thing that Del Rio's ever
Yeah,
done.
that's the only good thing he's ever done. That Aliens versus Predator. Whoever wins, we lose.
Match number 8. Asuka, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi beat Lana, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Carmella. Me and Graham learned that Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose have got their own entrance music.
Yeah, but who knew? Not me.
Mandy Rose, I knew had. Actually, yeah, they were both like singles people in NXT. So
Right. Well, they must have dug them themes out. Sonya Deville's still doing her fake MMA thing, despite the fact that she got paggered by Ronda Rousey. That was good.
Oh, what else has she got going for her?
Ronda Rousey had a match this week. We ain't talked about that.
In Geneva,
We're
wasn't
going to
it?
talk about it a little bit. Actually, I'll save it for that, yeah.
Right. Then it were main event time, kind of. Styles versus Nakamura in a WWE title match. It didn't really get going. They brawled out to the entranceway, and then the bar ran out and attacked Styles. And then Gallows and Anderson came out to make the save.
Big pop.
Yep. And it turned into a 6-man tag. So the real main event, Styles, Gallows, and Anderson beat Nakamura, Sheamus, and Cesaro when Styles pinned Sheamus after a phenomenal forearm.
I thought this were better, than I would... It sounds surreal to say this, but I was happier to see this than I would have been to see AJ Styles against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, because you got to see Bullet Club, didn't you?
Yeah. Plus, also, this at least adds some intrigue. Whereas you know, no matter what happens, the title isn't going to change hands in Sheffield. So, you know what I mean? Unless we ever get back on telly, which you don't want to do you, WWE? What? It's going to be over 10 years now. What's wrong with us? We nearly sold it out. Bloke behind us from Leeds as well, by the way.
Oh, that annoyed me.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, you think this is sold out? But, I mean, Leeds, it was sold out.
Yeah, because the arena's half the size.
Exactly.
Holds 12,000 odd people.
Yeah, plus also, at one point, which women was it? He called one of them the Leeds United of wrestling. And I was like...
I forgot about that.
I was like...
How bad
God,
was she?
What? Eh?
How bad was she?
Well, exactly. She didn't go to Myanmar and get beaten. Although if she was a woman in Myanmar, she would have gotten beaten. So is that offensive? Don't know. All I know is that Leeds went there.
Either way, Graham, I know you're going to be singing later considering our main topic, which we're eventually going to get to, but
I don't know if we are going to get to it.
I think you should do the chant because you can sing better than me.
I don't remember the chant. I don't know what you're talking about.
We all like Leeds scum. All like Leeds scum. No,
no.
done it.
You've done it wrong.
I don't know what the first bit
Oh,
is.
let Leeds scum. We all let Leeds scum. You did da 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 da. Get the tune right.
We never sang proper at Donny Rovers, did we? So
No, you didn't.
There were never enough people there to get a chant
No.
going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You and someone's granddad who was like, I prefer this place.
So, and then there's an explosion because someone's stealing copper.
Not again. And then the owner's setting the stand on fire again.
they were glory days.
God. Well, no, but the glory days not when you got taken over by the boob magnet. Or the time that you tried to get taken over by 1/5 of One Direction. Sorry, 1/4 of One Direction now. No, Louis, please come and spend your money. It'd be fine. Will I get any money back? You can sit in the stands if you want.
No, he was going to invest, but he's not a fair and proper person. That was ruled by the FA.
Fit and proper.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was John Ryan that wasn't the fit and proper.
Probably.
Probably.
I remember when John Ryan was doing a signing session in Waterstones in Doncaster, and it were just a few fat blokes in ill-fitting.
Have you seen the cover of John Ryan's autobiography?
No.
It's phenomenal. It's a woman in a Doncaster Rovers shirt, but the shirt is ripped to the point where you can see her breasts.
Oh, lovely.
Because of course he was the plastic surgeon. Not plastic surgeon, but he was the tit man.
Yeah, he did Melinda Messenger's breast surgery.
There you go. Is he actually a doctor then?
I don't. Or he owned the company that did it.
That makes more sense. Yeah, because I can't imagine John Ryan doing surgery on anyone.
Oh yeah, that's a classy book cover. That.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it'll be like a penny on Amazon.
Well, you'd be surprised how much it is on Amazon. There's only one left in stock, right? Do you really want to go for a penny?
$18.99.
Right. What do you want to go for?
£200.
$15.99.
Oh,
it's still too much.
Closer, yeah.
$15.99 for that.
It's because he's the only seller.
It's got 2 5-star ratings as well, lads. So
Excellent.
you know it's good.
John Ryan's
son,
the woman on the front cover because he paid her.
And yet they also sacked their mascot once because she got her tits out. You don't remember they sacked Donny Dog?
Oh yeah,
briefly sacked Donny Dog.
Yeah,
remember this? They briefly sacked Donny Dog because
I was trying to think who Donny's mascot was.
No, she did. She did a photo shoot with the head, with the not with the head on, but she did a photo shoot with the suit.
It's a special kind of fetish. That
Google it.
I'm not googling it.
Underwear model photo shoot, and they sacked her for it, and then they brought her back a week later.
Oh my god!
Because it turned out the photo shoot was for charity or something, but he still did appear in the Daily Sport.
This has gone on longer than I thought it would.
Yeah. I was starting to wonder about this, to be honest. But
we're not doing that.
Yeah, that's fine. Just check.
Who's all in?
Yeah, it was all in. We're all in.
Everyone's in.
No, but everyone else is.
Yeah.
All in, sold out.
I'm surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not slagging it off.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I thought they'd have to wait to announce CM Punk before it sold out.
Yeah.
I'd kind of hold off on that now.
Yeah, if I were them, I'd be like,
Phil, shall we announce you for All In 2?
Yeah.
Well, even Cody Rhodes was on.
You know what he's going to do, though, don't you? You go on, I'll let you carry on with this, but I've got to make the point about Punk, about him now, right? He's not going to wrestle, is he?
No.
But you know what actual fighters do on these things? They're special guest enforcers, like Mike Tyson or Ken Shamrock. Other real fighters like CM Punk.
Yeah.
Let that hang there.
Cody Rhodes was on Edge and Christian's podcast, and he said that apparently they thought a reasonable expectation was around 4,000 tickets on that first day, and then maybe a sellout within a few weeks when they start announcing matchups. They didn't expect it to sell out in 27 minutes, was it?
It was within half an hour.
Yeah.
I know I rip on Cody Rhodes, but it's pretty incredible, isn't it?
That's the thing about Cody Rhodes. Everything outside the ring he's so good at. And then the bell rings.
Yeah, and then it's 3-star Cody.
It just drops a little bit. But
yeah, but he's going to have a 3-star
NWA title, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who that's going to be against? It's not going to be Nick Aldis.
Is it not?
The current prediction is Flip Gordon will beat Nick Aldis for the title, so he finally gets announced for All In.
Yeah, because they've got a match, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think?
They've got one booked. There's a Flip Gordon Nick Aldis match booked. Would you want Nick Aldis on your 15,000-seater show?
Well,
it's Nick Aldis.
No, but you think William Patrick Corgan wouldn't want to tarnish the great legacy of the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship?
What? So he wouldn't want to give it all away just for a bit of publicity on the biggest indie show in American history?
All I'm saying is he's the greatest promoter of the modern day, and I feel like the NWA
you could be able to get through this.
The NWA World's Heavyweight Championship deserves better.
Anything else?
It's the £10 of gold.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a ridiculously big achievement.
Yeah, they've not even announced any matches.
No, apparently they're still arguing over a few of the matches because Cody's got an idea of what he wants the card to be, and the books have different ideas, and they're still figuring out exactly where the card's going to go.
Please let them fall out so badly that they have to cancel it. Right?
They'll not fall out.
I'd feel really bad for all the people involved, but it'd still be pretty funny. They're spending all that Bullet Club money, aren't they? That's what they're doing.
So before we get on to the main topic,
CM Punk, by the way, is we mentioned CM Punk. Main topics off. CM Punk is actually doing an event in Chicago, by the way.
Yeah,
on that weekend.
Oh yeah,
we haven't mentioned that yet. He's doing an event. What is it?
It's an autograph signing at 1 Hour Tees.
There's a convention.
I thought he's doing an autograph signing at Pro Wrestling Tees shop.
But isn't that...
There's a convention called Starcast, which I thought that was to do with wrestling podcasts.
It's Conrad Thompson running it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in conjunction with Pro Wrestling Tees and that's in conjunction with the CM Punk autograph signing, but I just know that the Pro Wrestling Tees announced him for an autograph signing at their shop.
Right, okay. I thought they'd announced him for an autograph signing at the con, so I might be wrong.
Well, maybe we're wrong. I'll load their Instagram up and find it.
You'll probably be right, but the point is that CM Punk is in Chicago at the weekend of All In, so people are freaking out. Happens, right? I'm back in with him. You know, I've been slagging him for 2 years, right? If that happens, I'm back on CM Punk.
That's much better than, well, in terms of like popularity and stuff, than the idea I had.
Was your idea to make Eddie Edwards the new Dan Severn? Because that's been tried before and it did not work.
No, I was thinking he should do a mixed tag match with Joey Janela and Penelope Ford.
Of course he was. He was thinking, let's do a mixed tag match with Joey Janela.
Yeah.
Bring yourself down to ice cream level.
I pointed out in the chat yesterday how different like our wrestling philosophies are. That you two went to Burger King and then went to a WWE show, and I had a vegan takeaway and watched Progress Day 3.
Which it blew my mind that vegan takeaways existed.
It literally opened a month ago.
Like, he started off saying it, and I was like, how does vegan takeaway work? Like, I sat in the arena for about 5 minutes going, what would it be? I know it sounds stupid, but I couldn't figure out what it would be.
I'll not say the name of the place just because it wasn't that great.
Okay,
it's near Hillsborough Stadium. It's
right,
not far away.
That must be devastating for you. That wasn't very nice then, because that would have been perfect. Oh,
yeah, it would have been.
I actually genuinely feel bad for you.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Nearest other place is all the way up Abbeydale Road.
Nobody wants to go there. Sorry if you live in Abbeydale Road. It's lovely.
The Trotter side of town.
We're coming. Yeah, it is. We're coming towards the sort of end of the show, but this is just going to have to be inserted randomly, even though I had a really clean way to do it earlier on. I've not done it, so let's just throw it in. So Ronda Rousey is facing Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship at Money in the Bank.
Why?
Because they had a little jokey fight at one of the women things in America, and now they're having a match.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So Ronda was there, and they were asking Ronda, what's next for you? And she was like, oh, I'm just going to do wrestling and that. And then Nia Jax was like, hey, girlfriend, would you like... do you want to have a wrestling match? And Ronda Rousey's like, yeah, but I've only had one match, so I don't really feel like it's fair for me to have a title match. She's like, well, I think we should have a title match. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll face you. And then Charlotte Flair's like, woo, hello everybody, this is hilarious. You two are going to have a match. Woo! And that's how Ronda Rousey got her first shot at the Raw Women's Championship.
Can I point out that
Nia Jax's eyes were not looking in the same direction at that time either.
They're being like super careful with Ronda Rousey, aren't they? Like,
oh yeah,
where they say, "Oh, I'm going to challenge her to a match." She's like, "Well, I don't really deserve it because I've only had one match." Because they don't want they're so desperate. I understand it. I get it. I'm not really criticizing it that much, but like, they're so desperate for the fans not to turn on Ronda Rousey, like to the point that they're going, "You've got to tell them that you don't deserve it." Because they will chant it at you if you don't say it first.
If they turn on Ronda Rousey, should they just shut the company up and be done with it? Because what's left after that?
Well, I get some banners out, Vince out.
I mean, the last time that Ronda Rousey, there was a possibility of her going up against someone who wasn't like most girls. She weren't a really big fan of it, and she complained saying that she shouldn't be allowed to fight in the women's division.
Yeah, when is Cyborg coming to WWE?
Oh, I was referencing transgender fighter Fallon Fox, who she was very vocal about not wanting to be in the women's division.
Okay.
Do you want to have this debate? Have you got time to play Blur Song 2?
No, we haven't got time.
It's all about muscle density.
No.
And bone density.
Oh, God, don't do it. He's doing it now. He's trying to do it now. You've not got it queued up. We can't do it now. We'll do that another time when you make a hilarious Ronda Rousey reference. So,
we'll not bring up Sandy Hook then.
What? No, we won't. How? What? Good Lord, right. Wrestling, women's wrestling and that. Women who do wrestling. Daryl, get us back on track. I can't believe I'm asking you, but please get us back on track.
I hope Nia Jax wins because she ain't got as many crazy views.
So let's please get us back on track. Please.
Nia Jax is not like most girls.
No, she's not. Yeah. That's good. That's good material. Yeah,
Shifty dog eye Simpsons.
She better. Yeah, there you go. Fine, we're back on track. Right. She's got to lose. Ronda Rousey's got to win. You cannot have Ronda Rousey lose her first singles match.
Someone will interfere.
What?
Someone will interfere.
Who?
I don't know.
Daryl, who is it? Natalia. That will be terrible.
Yeah, it will.
And they'll have ruined Ronda Rousey within the space of 2 matches.
Rousey will win the belt and immediately lose it via Money in the Bank cash-in, which will be equally as terrible.
Equally terrible.
Why did they put themselves into a corner?
Why are they doing it? They've finally got someone marketable.
Or they're going to put
everyone.
Or they'll put the belt on her and she'll just destroy everyone.
Well, that's fine in a way. But why do they have to do it now?
Well, why not?
Well, they wait till SummerSlam.
What are they going to do between now and SummerSlam?
She can face any number of women.
Yeah, it's not like there's a massive...
What if Nia had a match with Natalia, right? And Nia beats Natalia, and then, like, Ronda comes out and she's like, oh, Natalia, I feel bad for you. And Nia's like, well, I want you next. That was hard for me to book in 4 seconds.
And you don't have a writing team doing that.
Exactly.
I think this will be brilliant.
Define brilliant.
Put it this way, I think when we review this will be the best match we've reviewed.
Oh my God. Do you know what? You know my genuine suspicion on it, actually, joking aside, is I think they've given up on Nia Jax. I think that's what it is. They've made her the champion and they've gone, God, she is awful. We need to get the belt off of her. And they're like, right, well, whilst we're at it, 2 birds, 1 stone. That'll boost Ronda.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the only assumption I can make, because otherwise it's crazy booking.
And also, this will be the first pay-per-view since Alexa Bliss has been in the company that she won't be challenging for the title on.
Mad.
Genuinely, on SmackDown and Raw.
All the SmackDown ones as well.
Yeah, every pay-per-view appearance has been in a title match for her.
They really like her, don't they?
Yeah.
Not enough to put her against Ronda Rousey, but
but enough to pair her with Braun.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet he's devastated about that, isn't he?
No.
There's a women's match been announced for the show that we're going to, though.
Is there?
Now, I've never heard of this woman. I don't know the name of the Ring of Honor Women's Champion because
Sumi Sakai.
Sumi Sakai, yeah.
I knew it was Sumi.
I knew that.
Yeah. All right, you're hard. I kept wanting to say Sumi Suzuki, but I knew it wasn't that, so that's why I felt bad. But she's facing off against the most common girl's name in Doncaster, which is Chardonnay.
Yeah, she wrestles for Stardom nowadays, and she's in Queen's Quest, which is Io Shirai's group. She's all right. Yeah,
good.
It'd be interesting.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, and then I'm wondering what they'll do with Tenille Dashwood and Kelly Klein. And apparently Brandy Rhodes is still coming over, even though she's injured, but she won't be wrestling.
Oh no, we're going to miss out on a Brandy Rhodes match.
I need to go to that meet and greet.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, this guy wants to get this. But what we are getting though is a Tanahashi one-on-one match.
That's good.
Yeah, I was really
with the least interesting member of the Bullet Club, Adam Page.
Adam Page had a really, really great match with Kenny Omega the other week, and Tanahashi's back on form now.
Yeah, to get back to something we said earlier about Zack Sabre Jr., I had a pretty good match with Kenny Omega. My dad probably could, and my dad doesn't know what wrestling is, so...
Kenny Omega's got experience of fighting 12-year-olds as well.
Oh my God! Look, just because my dad could beat your dad, all right? That's what I'm going to say it. My dad would batter both of your dads, and he'd probably eat them afterwards. So there you go. Hi, Dad. We've got a few more matches in the card, haven't we? We've also got this does amuse me. We've got a main event match. The main event has been confirmed as a 4-way tag match.
Yeah,
and it's the Briscoes, who are the Ring of Honor tag champions, against the Young Bucks, against
the Kingdom,
and
the 2 bad ones from the Kingdom as well.
Yeah, and
Evil and Sonata of Los Ingobernables.
Yes, Los Ingobernables. Explicitly announced as a non-title match so that the Bucks can win to send everybody home happy. Yeah. Simple as that.
Bucks will pin the Kingdom.
Probably.
Yeah, that's fine though, isn't it?
Yeah, it just makes me laugh. That's all. I'll still enjoy it.
You get to see Evil's finger lasers.
Cool.
He comes out and he's got lasers.
And we've got Jay Lethal against Matt Taven as well. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know when I'm going to urinate.
Matt Taven's all right.
Easy.
He's all right, yeah.
His name's Matt Taven.
Do you like Mark Andrews when he condensed his name to Mandrews? You condense his name, it's Maven.
Can he do a drop kick?
Yeah.
There you go then. Right, that's what he's all about. Much like Maven. Does he wear baggy Steve Blackman pants?
No.
Okay. Oh, he's not as good as Maven then, is he? Not as good as
he had a really good match with Will Ospreay before Will Ospreay left Ring of Honor.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, and we still got Cody's match to be announced.
You do. You're darn right we do, yeah. Well, Will Ospreay may have left Ring of Honor, but the next time we speak to you, we'll have been to Ring of Honor or we'll be going to Ring of Honor, depending on what time you listen to it. But we'll be at Ring of Honor. So if you are going to Ring of Honor next week in Doncaster, stop us, say hi.
Or as Cody called it, Birmingham.
Brilliant. Cheers, Cody. We're the ones with the beards, so you should be able to pick us out in the lineup. We've got beards and most of us have glasses. I've forgotten mine.
And one of us has got a huge belly.
Yeah, well, I mean, dad bod, innit? It's going to, it's starting to take over. But nevertheless, yeah.
You're describing a lot of wrestling fans there.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what we're going to be easily distinguishable.
All right. We don't smell.
There you go. Right. Brilliant. So you've now said we don't smell, and then we're trying to say, come and see us. Come and speak to us.
Shower first.
A lot of
Excellent. That was a good line.
A lot of wrestling fans stink.
Right. Well, we don't. So come and say hello, please. By all means, we'll be there. We'll be waving to you. We'll wave during Matt Taven against Jay Lethal. Daryl away from the urinals.
Yeah. I'll wave some at the urinals.
Great banter. That's it then. Right. We promised to do something this week. We're not doing it this week. Did we even mention it?
Is this like a running joke?
Yeah.
It wasn't the 1PW show,
no, we weren't going to do
listeners.
the one bit, although we should have done it by now, shouldn't we? But we haven't. But we'll pick up with you guys next week, right?
Yes.
That's all we've got to say. Don't forget to go to royalgrumble.com. No, that's not our website. Don't forget to go to royalgrumble.podbean.com for the podcast. Don't forget to go to facebook.com/royalgrumble. Go to twitter.com/royalgrumblepod. Twitch.tv/royalgrumble. We're going to hope to get that up as soon as possible. And that's it. Say goodbye, Daryl.
Goodbye, Daryl.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Before the renaissance of British wrestling. Before the revolution. Before the progress. There was one company who pushed the boundaries. One company on the lips of British wrestling fans. One of the most controversial companies in British wrestling history. One company bringing pro wrestling dream matches to the UK.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here tonight to celebrate the life of RevPro.
The Royal Grumble brings to you the in-depth look at the company that brought them together. The company that brought eyes from around the world to a small town in the north of England. 1PW, version 1, 2005 to 2007.
Coming soon.
Subscribe now.
We do not owe you money.